Hello students, welcome at Educare. This is Bihani. Students, as you know, you are studying mathematics since first standard and up to fifth or sixth standard you have mainly arithmetic. That is the numbers that you are studying, their various operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and so on. You are also studying the tables there starting from 2 to 30 generally. And then there comes algebra, there comes geometry, there comes some topic from statistics, and they are all coming up to 10th standard. After 10th also algebra, geometry, statistics, they are continuing, no doubt, and in most of the competitive exam there is arithmetic also. However, after 10th standard to the science student there is a special branch of mathematics also get started that called as calculus. And today in this session we are going to see the introduction to calculus, its first part. This branch of mathematics was developed by the great scientist as well as mathematician Sir Isaac Newton and one mathematician, that is Leibniz. So who developed the mathematics branch calculus? That is nothing but by Newton and Leibniz. Then in this calculus, what are the topics that mainly studied? The first one is called as concept of relations and functions. Generally that calculus start after the 10th standard. In 11th, 12th and the higher mathematics that comes, mainly there are two branches of the calculus that called as differential calculus and integral calculus. However, in the basic part that come the concept of relations and functions. Out of that the concept of function is very important. To tell in very short and simple language rather than the bookish theoretical way, this is in general the term or the symbol used for function that is denoted by y equal to fx, means y is a function of x, which in very simple manner means y depends on x for its value. For example, if you take y equal to x square, for example, if you take y equal to sin x, can you observe if x changes here sin x also changes and ultimately that y changes. Here in previous example, if x changes x square also changes and it means y also changes. So in short, y depends on x for its value. It's simply a function. Then a function has three important parameters or its parts that called as domain, codomain and range. Out of that we will deal with domain and range here with some example. Suppose we have y equal to sin x is the function. Now when you call y equal to sin x is function, this x is called as its domain and this y is called as its range. We know sin x value belongs to this closed interval -1 to +1, means sin x value lies between such -1 to +1, that is its range. And what are the angles for which we can get sin x value? Those angles are called as domain that I have written here. X is domain, that is in short the concept of domain and range. Then in the calculus there is the next part to know limits of functions. Limits of functions, for example, it is denoted by in general limit fx, x tends to a, and suppose this value is denoted by capital L. What is this limit means? Means when x tends to a, that is x approaches to a. I repeat, x tends to a means x approaches to a. At that time what value of fx will approach to, means when x approach to a, this fx will approach to some value denoted by capital L, then it is called as its limit. That is the limit of function. There are lot of formulae that used in limit. For example, one of the formula, this limit sin theta upon theta, theta tends to 0 equal to 1, or some other formula, limit a raised to x minus 1 upon x, x tends to 0 is given as log a to the base e. There are lot of types of limits. Then the next is continuity of functions. A function is said to be continuous. a function is said to be continuous, suppose it is function fx there, and if it is continuous at x equal to a, then we have this condition, limit fx x tends to a should be equal to f of a, where f of a means value of fx at x equal to a. There is a left hand side limit, right hand side limit, those respectively occur as x tends to a plus and as x tends to a minus. Also, there is continuity in an interval. If a function is continuous on the interval ab, such closed interval, then it should be continuous at every point of that, means every value of that interval. So that is the brief idea for the calculus, introduction to calculus part 1. We will continue part 2 also of that calculus in the next session. If you like this video, share with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.